The world is still in shock. Just hours ago, U.S. forces launched a daring overnight operation in Venezuela, capturing President Nicolás Maduro and his wife, Cilia Flores. The operation was swift, precise, and unprecedented. President Trump declared that the U.S. would temporarily run Venezuela while tapping into its massive oil reserves. He called it a decisive blow against a narco-terrorist regime.
But captured along with his wife, Cilia Flores, both of whom now face American justice. Maduro and Flores have been indicted in the Southern District of New York, J. Clayton, for their campaign of deadly narco-terrorism against the United States and its citizens. These highly trained warriors operating in collaboration with U.S. law enforcement caught them in a very ready position. They were waiting for us. They knew we had many ships out in the sea, just sort of waiting. They knew we were coming. So they were in a ready, what's called a ready position, but they were completely overwhelmed and very quickly incapacitated.
But critics around the globe have called it illegal, reckless, and dangerous.
I called the president and spoke with him directly to register my opposition to this act and to make clear that it was an opposition based on being opposed to a pursuit of regime change, to the violation of federal and international law, and a desire to see that be consistent each and every day.
Now, the question on everyone's mind is, who could be next? In just hours, Maduro was removed from his heavily guarded palace, flown to U.S. custody in New York, and booked at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. Supporters hail it as a stunning display of American power. Critics see it as a blatant violation of international law, drawing comparisons to historical interventions like Panama in 1989. So why is Iran now on Trump's radar? Tensions with Tehran have simmered for months. The U.S. has recently carried out strikes on Iranian nuclear sites, and Trump himself warned he was locked and loaded if Iranian authorities harmed protesters. With Venezuela, Trump has demonstrated a willingness to act unilaterally, ignoring international norms. Analysts warn that Supreme Leader Khamenei could be next, as Washington signals it will not hesitate to strike perceived threats. Iranian officials see Venezuela as a warning. The U.S. is ready to move fast, decisively, and without global approval. One expert warns that if Trump sets his sights on Iran, the world could face an unprecedented escalation in global tensions. Trump has described the Venezuela operation as a stunning military achievement, hinting at similar actions elsewhere. He mentioned Cuba as another potential target, suggesting a new era of bold U.S. assertiveness. With Maduro now in custody, facing drug trafficking charges in New York, the operation has sent a clear message to allies and adversaries alike. The U.S. is willing to act alone and act decisively. Supporters see it as fulfilling America First promises, fighting cartels, securing resources, and projecting strength. Critics warn it risks chaos, insurgency, and destabilization across Latin America and beyond. And with Iran watching closely, the stakes couldn't be higher. The Venezuela operation may have been just the beginning. The question now is simple and terrifying. After Maduro, will Khamenei be next? And how far is the United States willing to go?
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.